The manufacturer's suggested retail price. That's what it means, but that doesn't mean you get that price because dealers are hurting. They're desperate. We've been over this a number of times. How much over MSRP do you expect to pay? Should you pay? What's fair in today's market? Well, it depends on the car's make and model. However, paying a 10% markup is the most ideal and realistic. According to Autoblog, here it is. The average price for a new car hit over 48 grand. That was in August of 2022. That's a 12.7% increase from June of last year. And people were buying cars, they were saying they were paying on average $1,000 over MSRP just a year ago. So the days of those kind of numbers, they're gone. We know this. $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 over MSRP. Depends on what you want. That's what you'll have to pay if you want to get what's available, and there's not much available. If you're anywhere between 15 and 20% over MSRP, this is going to be very common right now. That's why 10 is a good number to look for, but it's also negotiable. Believe it or not, it is negotiable. That's why it's a good idea to shop around. Visit quotes.everymandriver.com. Compare shop there. It's free. Quotes.everymandriver.com. If you can get between 15 and 20%, great. If you're getting over 20% of what you're looking at, you've lost. They won, you lost. Don't give in. If what they're selling is 20% over the MSRP, move on. Expand your search. When you go to quotes.everymandriver.com, it's all based on zip code. So if you don't find what you're looking for in your zip code, expand your zip code and then get some more competitive prices there. If you don't like what you're getting, just pick a different car. I'm sorry, it's just what you have to do. If you're wondering which brands have the highest markups over MSRP, listen to this. As of February of this year, MotorTrend reported that a few luxury brands were the worst offenders. This is earlier this year when it came to markups. Cadillac buyers reported spending somewhere in the neighborhood of $4,000 over MSRP on average. That was Cadillac drivers. Land Rover buyers were spending on average about $2,500 or more. And Kia, believe it or not, Kia. Remember Kia? They fall closely behind with an average actual transaction price, they call it ATP, of $2,289 above MSRP. That was in February of this year. And I've gone over this a number of times, but if you're just watching this video for the first time or if you're coming across my videos, used car prices are the ones that are most expensive right now and are more expensive than their newer counterpart versions. Plenty of used models out there, but they have a high price tag. For example, a Toyota RAV4, a used one, $5,900 more than a new version of a RAV4. Honda Civic, $5,300 more than a new one. CR-V, $3,800 more. Camry, $3,200 more. You'll have to pay more than $3,000 more for a used Nissan Rogue versus a new one, and about $2,000 more for a used Highlander versus a new one. So with all this bad news, what should you do? Should you buy new? Should you buy used? What's available? It's an inventory issue right now, supply and demand. Yes, the newer ones are cheaper, but you can't find the newer ones. The older ones, or the used ones, if they're certified, something in the last 2 years, those might be more expensive. Have you heard of dealerships contacting you for your old vehicle, saying, hey, trade it in, we'll give you more than what it's worth right now? That is happening. You could actually make money on your used vehicle or break even from what you bought just a couple of years ago. That's happening right now. So should you buy new? I don't know. It doesn't look like it's getting any better. And problem is you can't find what you want. And if you do find what you want, as we've heard, 10, 15, sometimes 20% over the MSRP. Should you wait until next year? Well, prices normally, traditionally, will go up compared to the previous model year. So it will be more expensive next year. Interest rates are rising. What will the supply be? I've done videos in the recent past that says we won't get past this inventory issue for another year and a half, possibly 2 years. So what you're looking for might not be available. You may have to pre-order it. So there's the options there of pre-ordering, waiting. Car loan issues are a problem right now. What are you willing to pay above MSRP? And that's what it really comes down to. So the number is 10% is a good deal. Don't freak out if it's 10% over MSRP. If you can get it, take it. One final note, if you are in the market for a new vehicle soon, great. Connect with your local dealership and price and test drive at least 3 different vehicles. A vehicle's strengths and weaknesses can only be discovered when you are behind the wheel. My reviews can be good, but you need to test drive these yourself. Visit quotes.everymandriver.com, select the make, model, and your zip code, and you'll get invoice pricing in your area on those vehicles. Shop smarter with price quotes at quotes.everymandriver.com.
Thanks for watching. Please click subscribe and give us a thumbs up. See you next time.